Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Setting the Edge. I am here all by my lonesome. Everyone else is occupied this week. Understandably, there is a lot of stuff going on with Thanksgiving and spending time with families and friends. We all understand that. So I am going to be here just to get out the picks, make sure they are on the record for our Setting the Edge contest. We do this every week. It's brought to you by Bettor Edge. Use the code 5RSN to get yourself $20 when you sign up on Bettor Edge. It is a social betting marketplace. You can find the lines that you want. You don't have to pay the juice that you pay at other sports books. And it's a great place, competitions and finding lines. Line shopping is a huge part of being a successful sports bettor. It is legal in almost every state, including Florida. So make sure you check that out. That is bettoredge.com. Use code 5RSN. As we do each week, I am joined, well, not by anybody this time. Usually we have Tony and Andy and Ray. And this week our competition is a little bit different. We have a pacer this week. So usually it is a either winner takes all competition or it is a podium, which means top three get paid. And this week we have a special pacer. And I will say that normally at this point in the week, there are not this many people in the competition. And I believe that is because the pacer is one and only Ethan J. Skolnick. All you have to do this week is beat Ethan. We pick 5 games against the spread. I'm actually going to give you and reveal the games that he picked against the spread, so you can use that as part of your strategy. And as you move forward, basically this week, if Ethan gets 2 right and you get 3 or more, you will split the pot with everyone that beat Ethan. And quite honestly, I think this is an opportunity to get free money because we all know that Ethan is successful at a lot of things. One of them is not sports betting. So if you just jump in here, this is a great chance that you can get money directly from 5 Reasons Sports, directly from Bettor Edge by joining our competition. You can do that on Bettor Edge. Use our code 5RSN, get yourself $20, and you can use that free money to join our competition. So I'm going to just jump in, and I'm going to start with the pacer. So as I said, you're going to pick 5 games. These are the 5 games that Ethan picked, so you can strategize against that. One of them starts in just about an hour. It is the Bears and the Lions. And remember, in the competition, these lines are stagnant. They are not going to move. So like this Lions line right now is around 9.5, which is a great value if you're looking to bet that. It's 10 on our competition. It's not going to move. If something happens and they announce that Jared Goff got, ate some bad turkey this morning and the line jumps to 15, you're still going to get to that 10. So it's not going to change at all. Ethan's picks, his 5. Detroit Lions -10, very public play. Again, like I said, the line has moved down, so I'm looking at value there, but he has the Lions -10. Next game up, 4:30, Ethan has the Giants +4 against the Cowboys. Moving forward, he is skipping over the Dolphins game tonight. And going to Sunday, 1 o'clock, he is on the Seattle Seahawks -1.5. And his next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers, our Digital Adele special. He is on the Steelers +2.5 at the Bengals. And then last but not least, Ethan has the San Francisco 49ers +7. So Ethan's 5 picks. He's the pacer. All you have to do is beat him. 49ers +7, Steelers +2.5, Seahawks -1.5. And then 2 of them today, Giants +4, Lions -10. Not that I'm suggesting this, but quite honestly, you could wait until the end of today, this evening, really. See what Ethan does, whether he's 2-0 or 0-2 or 1-1, and decide if you want to jump in right from there. So it's not a bad idea if you're thinking of game strategy here. Now, we are going to talk about the rest of our competition here. Let me zoom in a little bit because I know this is sometimes it's hard to see. Our standings, and I think this is part of the reason why people are not here today. So first of all, Andy has had a lead. He's doing very well in this competition. As you can see, he's still 35-20, which is incredible in our competition. So 35 out of 55, batting a great percentage. He's hitting above his weight, basically. And I'm going to be honest with you, he's been crashing down. And quite honestly, that's why Andy's not here, because the gap between him and everyone else, Ray at one point last week passed him. Andy had a 2-3 week. If you look at the last few weeks of Andy's performance, you look at the beginning of the season, 3-2, 4-1, had a 2-3, a 2-3, but then he bounced back 10-0 over 2 weeks, 4-1, 3-2, 3-2. Oh, look at this. The leaves started turning, and the Cinderella, the pumpkin, the carriage turned into a pumpkin, 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. reality is crashing down for Andy. We need to get him to be the pacer because that's going to be another free opportunity for you guys to make money. Ray is right on his tail, basically a game back of him. Ray has been doing very well over the last few weeks, 2-3 in the last previous week, but 8-2 over the previous two before that. So he's a game back. Major's not too far behind Ray at 31-23-1. 4-1 week last week. So great week for Major. And then Tony, he's another one that's not here today and hasn't given his picks. Andy hasn't given his picks either. So I think these guys are afraid, to be quite honest with you. Tony and I are now tied 26-29. Obviously, not very good for either one of us. I will give myself compliment that I started off 0-5, 1-4. I was terrible at the beginning of the season. And then the last few weeks, almost constantly 3-2. So just to keep in mind how that's going down. So looking at the competition, Tony and I got to try to squeeze in here and get into the top pack, but I think Andy's going to get overtaken today. So I'm going to give our picks just so they're on the record. As I said, Andy and Tony, they haven't given their picks. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're afraid of sharing their picks. Maybe they're just giving up in the competition because of their poor performance, and maybe it'll just be me, Ray, and Major moving forward in the competition next week when we see you guys. So I'm going to go through and give our competition picks. Ray's picks, similar to Ethan in one way. Seattle -1.5. He also has the Chargers -1.5. He has the Tampa Bay Bucks -6. Baltimore Ravens -2.5. And wait a minute. He gave me two of the same pick. Let me check this. Hold on a second. This is live. This is terrible. Yes, he did. Oop. He has Saints +2.5. Sorry, that's the other one. Let me fix my typo here. Major. Patriots +2.5. Packers -3.5. Texans -5.5. Bucks -6. And the Rams -2.5. And then finally, my picks. Today, the Detroit Lions -10. The Giants +4. The Raiders +13.5 tomorrow. Seattle -1.5. That's a consensus play for a lot of us here. And then the Rams -2.5. So we have a group of us that are opposite here on this Rams and Saints game. Once we get Andy and Tony to actually step up and give their picks, I'll get those updated. We'll be back next week with our normal schedule, usually on Tuesday nights. If you're looking for content on the gambling side, I know there's a prize pick show earlier today. In terms of picks from me today, just to fill this content a little bit, I do think the Lions today are good. I think 9.5. If you can get that before that moves, just look really quick to see if it has moved. Got about an hour before kickoff. Still at 9.5 most places, so I think that's a value. I really, really, really like DJ Moore in that game. So if you're looking at prize picks, you're looking at player props. DJ Moore's receptions over 4.5. I have it laddered up to 9. I think that's a really good play. I think Jameson Williams has a chance to have a good game today. The Lions, obviously, on a short week, I think that they're going to bust them up, but I think they're going to play this conservatively too. I think on a short week, you're going to see some unders today. And I don't necessarily know if this is the game, but the other games, I think unders are the way to go. Like I said, I lean Giants in the other game this afternoon with the Cowboys. And tonight, you know what? I think this is going to be interesting. I think a lot of people are just piling on this cold weather narrative. And Packers at 3 or less, I think, is where I would go, especially if it gets under the 3. But at 3.5 or more, I think I would go Dolphins and sprinkle a little bit on the money line. I think either the Packers blow them out or the Dolphins win the game close. So I think that there's some value in going with the Dolphins, but I also do think it's going to be a low-scoring game tonight. Johnny Smith, he's had a great performances over the last few weeks. I think I would lean into him also. So thank you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving. Be healthy. Eat lots of food. Be safe. And we will see you back tomorrow night, actually, for the Heat and Raptors. I'm on the post-game show with Greg and Eternal. Have a good day.